Hi everybody. I have not morphed into a 50s football player. This is the basis for a mace I'm working on. So in the shop tonight, it's me and Rob. Say hi, Rob.
Guys.
If you guys think, man, Alan wears that pumpkin shirt a lot, I have about 16 of them, so I don't wear it a lot. And I go through a lot of clothes. Just in Got that stuck in your head, didn't I?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I believe in rock and roll. Gold. Fine. I'm gonna have to go buy more metallics. Ah, here it is. Whoa! So I turn around and suddenly all these comments, probably all saying hi. Hello, Dark Illusions Mask Company. Hello, Michael J. Lassiter. Howdy, Krista Caroline Haunter. Good evening, John Humphrey. And what size are the squeeze bottles you put in your mask paint in? Right into it. Okay, let me find out. They are 16-ounce bottles. You'll see that I buy them in bulk with, here's a bunch of tops, a bunch of bottles. I buy them 2 dozen at a time. 2 dozen 16-ounce squeeze dispensers. Buy them from a restaurant supply company. Yo. Sir, you might notice a little wrench by your name. I went into the interworkings of the YouTubes and I actually made you a moderator. So if someone is commenting something stupid, you can silence them. You're going to help me moderate comments. Not a job you asked for, not a job we voted on. But there you are. Yeah, you're stuck with it. As well as Scott, who is quick with the links. He is also a moderator if he shows up this evening. Well, he's a moderator no matter when he shows up, but he's a moderator. You guys are on quite a bit, and I appreciate your efforts. So there. Hello, Oklahoma. What part of Oklahoma are you from? Yeah, don't get them from Michael's. They leak. Get them from a restaurant supply company. So by spray painting this gold right on top of black, I'm going to get a nice... What's that, Rob?
I said that's half.
Well, they're all going to go away on the rest of it. And you got to paint the strap on your goggles. It'll stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, that's fast.
Okay. Well, if you're in southeast Oklahoma, then you could visit us at dark hour in Plano, Texas without a crazy drive. However, it would be a crazy long drive if you were coming from Derry City, North Ireland. Hello again. All right, so this guy I just put together, and he's going to be a piece of a mask. I'm just getting up that base paint job on him. And actually, I can probably move this off to the side now that that is painted. I think tonight. Because I need you to get another one built tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to get one more built. And
You need the base? or that, build that.
No, build a mask.
Okay.
Make a mask, make it look cool. Already got it built, just gotta get it looking cool.
This one still needs a little bit of work on it. But I'll just start on
Well, no, knock that one out, get that one all the way done.
it. Okay. 2 more things.
Finished is my favorite color.
Yeah.
And all of these are made from EVA foam with some different parts put on. I buy goggles, I buy respirator pieces, no matter what they might be. I buy all that stuff and I put it on. So as far as masks go, these can be costly if I make a mistake and spend too much money. Which, that's kind of up to me. So if I do it, whose fault is it? Me. Hello, Facebook. I am doing great. Lil Grim says, hi, Rob.
Hey.
You have to run, but you'll be back. That's great. And, okay, it's Graham. Gotcha. We're doing pretty great. Still have that armor from my tutorial. Very cool. And I'm wet blending this spray paint. So you'll see the gold I'm putting on, it's kind of gold, but it's also going on a little crazy. And that's okay.
Oh, I wish we had bullets.
You know what? I just ordered machine gun bullets. I ordered them yesterday.
When will they get?
July 16th.
When do these ship out?
As soon as they're done. We ain't waiting on the bullets.
Can I-
Listen, we are in the mask making business. I'm glad that people are hearing this. You cannot get emotionally attached to that in such a way where, oh, I can't finish this piece until I have this thing. You have to get something in there that looks cool enough and get her done. No syringes on these. No syringes. That changes the look, and that's not within the design language.
Fair enough.
All right, so that is spray painted. The facey face is spray painted for this guy. I'm actually going to pull this helmet off of here so that I can get started on someone else. I believe in lock and loading. This is my base. I made a pattern that you could cut out of one piece of foam. You will get 4 helmet halves, so you'll get 2 whole helmets out of one piece of floor foam from Harbor Freight, and it gets you this. And then you make Rob cut them out till he hates himself. Okay. Monorail. Pieces and merge them together to form the helmet. Most patterns do it in 4 pieces or 3 pieces. It depends on the pattern that you want. It's really hard to get this much of a dish shape of a full helmet out of one piece of foam. It's just a ton of work, and it leads to some irregularities. because you have to really heat the foam and stretch it and form it to make it work. You can make it work, very difficult. So far easier to make a pattern and then do it in a couple pieces. Yes, it is Apocalypse Mask tonight. You just made a clown hammer. You owe me $1. Anytime you make a clown anything, I get $1. That's how it works. It's a clown tax. Back me up, Rob.
He hates clowns.
Well, that's not... He's supposed to come up with a clever reason. I don't have a clever reason. But anyway.
Not helping. Not helping.
4 or 3 is your best bet. You can buy a helmet pattern from Evil Ted. Evil Ted has a great YouTube channel on foam stuff. I don't use his pattern because I'm selling it, and I wouldn't feel right. I don't know if he says that or not, but no. See you on. You might see that you have a little wrench by your name. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I made you and Michael Lassiter moderators of my comments. That way you guys are allowed to post links, and you can probably delete comments if people are posting something dumb. The more of these that I do, the more riffraff, let's say, common folks will have on the channel. And we had a kid the other week who was, you know, doing normal YouTube stuff, which I think is ignorant, and we're all adults, so we don't need that in our lives. Absolutely, that's all I'm using here. This is all just floor foam. This is this stuff. Right here. And actually, I'm about to take a piece now and use it. This is why Rob hates cleaning.
Yeah.
Hi. But it's dramatic, Rob. We live for drama.
It's constant.
We have some kinds of drama here. It's not all kinds of drama. Okay. So this guy's going to get a faceplate. You know what I don't have a lot of here? Table space. I've got like 8 of these tables, and I never have a good spot to work because I'm a walking disaster. This is how I punish myself. By keeping my tables dirty. Forces me to work in tough conditions, and that way I don't take over the world. If life were too easy, we would just take over the world. Right, Rob?
Yes. What are we going to do tonight?
Take over. Same thing we do every night. I'm not a big measurer. You're not going to catch me worrying a lot about, well, you're going to catch me worrying a lot about anything, really. But, you know, measurements and stuff. I'd rather hold it up, make sure it fits, cut it, check it again, cut it again. Hold it up there twice, cut once, that kind of deal. Like your grandfather's wisdom, only very different. So I'm a little quiet. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of designing this as I go, and that means that I can't talk as much when I'm thinking that hard. I am doing kind of a tried and true thing for me, where I'm just putting a big faceplate on this guy, like a disc. See, I've cut those at a bevel, so now I can put them together at a 45. Now that's a nice, clean. There we go. Ha-ha! You guys are using your moderator powers. That's awesome. Did you do contact cement?
Of course.
That makes you a jerk.
One of many.
Yeah, not just that. I'm just saying.
Not just that.
That's a factor. You should swing your table around so we're at an L, and then the useful tools could stay in between them.
Wow, that's almost thinking.
Okay. So I did mean to do the flat side out, but I ended up cutting it in such a way where the rough side is out. And that's okay. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not super attached. Yes, you can use the same foam to make helmets, armor, shields, and weapons. Absolutely. This is pretty amazing.
I've made swords out of it.
Leah Dunaway says that we could put the trash can inside of the L for easy tossing of scraps.
Wow. Thanks, Leah.
Normally, I just toss this crap on the floor. So,
Normally does.
thanks for looking out.
That's absolutely.
This foam is also, for 4 sheets, which are 2 foot by 2 foot, it's $10. You can't beat that. Very inexpensive. The other side's got wheels.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Why am I standing here waving these around? Because contact cement, you want to put it on and let it dry. It'll get tacky. It'll stop getting tacky. As soon as it stops becoming tacky, then, then you can stick it together. All right. Someone has a lot of floor foam questions. This is mock EVA. Chris Yule. Hey, buddy. If you toss things in the trash, then Rob can't hate cleaning the floor. Exactly right. It's a man with forethought. I like it. This comes in one, you mean thickness or width? This comes in one thickness, which is 3/8 of an inch, which is not a half inch, 3/8 of an inch. But also at Harbor Freight, they sell this stuff, which has a different pattern on it and is a little bit thinner. And this is in a roll. This is also $10, and this is 12 square feet of foam. So you get quite a bit. Then Malachite Rose, you should be in a haunt again. If you want to be in a haunt again, no one is stopping you. Unless you're like in North Korea. And I think haunts are coming. I'm just being hopeful, but it's possible. Yeah, so I put these guys together, and I'm going to do this. So, yeah. And so Chris Yule, who is on right now, how's it going, buddy? Hope things are good. Chris Yule. I'd probably be in like 5th grade before I learned how to spell that last name. And it's 3 letters. I owned a museum for 4 years before I could spell the word museum. Not kidding. I am your friend, not your smart friend. Okay. So getting that fit up. Still have Chuck's jacket. That's awesome. So much vomit. Now, is this the Chris? Is the name that you're on right now on YouTube? Is that the one that has me losing my crap, breaking a mold open to get out the silicone prosthetic? Because I've actually sent people to your. We are having kind of a bad. We were kind of having a bad storm tonight, so watch out.
It's plugged in.
It is plugged in, and this cord won't reach. What I'm doing now is I'm going to mold the foam into a shape that I need it to be. So I am hitting it with a heat gun in order to make it a little more pliable. Bob is impatient, so he uses the heat gun to do his rubber cement. Contact cement. It's actually not rubber cement.
And make it go faster.
Ooh, hotter, faster. Yeah, faster. Okay, so now I know I can just do this, and this will kind of get me the shape. I want that face shield, but it's going to hug my face. Which is stronger, contact cement or rubber cement? Contact cement. You have to apply it to both sides, let it dry, and stick them together. That's a permanent bond. If you want a temporary bond, apply it to one side, let it stay tacky, and then put it together. There you go. And mostly it's stronger because it has more toluene in it. Toluene is what makes it smell bad or delicious, depending upon how you roll. Hello, window licker. Always good to see you on. How's the heat been treating me? The heat always kind of stinks, but we have 2 air conditioners in the shop, and today it was raining, so that kind of cooled it down a bit of a blast. Contact cement and rubber cement are slightly different things based on their chemical composition. Staring at, Robert?
I was more lost in thought than
okay. So, one of the reasons that I am good at what I do is I really don't think much. I just get it done. So much time is lost, either as a makeup artist, when the actor gets in front of you and you don't know what to make them up as, or you're putting the helmet together. Go. Think while you're moving. A lot of thinking, people need jump starts to think a lot of the time. And you don't need it. Okay?
That's what I was thinking.
If you're going to glue something on, I'd make it foam.
See that?
Because that's going to glue a lot better because it weighs less. I've already made this the shape that I want, so if I heat it to dry up the contact cement, it'll change the shape. I don't want that. So I can't do the speediness. Yes, I did have a melted snake once. Yes, it was rubber cement because it was, the foam is going to have a good bite anyway because foam is so porous. So if you hit that with rubber cement, it goes into all those little pores and grabs on. And fabric also has a weave, so the rubber cement can go in that. So that's pretty strong. And rubber cement's a little more heat tolerant than contact cement.
Okay. Happy with
Yeah. I had a hot glue gun plugged in. It was awesome. And it is unplugged, but I can plug it in right here.
that. I was overthinking the bolts.
Of course you are. You cut out a square, you cut off the corners.
Well, no, I
Both.
made it.
Yeah, you cut a square, you cut off the corners,
That's not what I did, but.
you knock it out.
It's finished. Faster, faster. Faster, faster, pussycat.
You quit your job so you can watch my videos. Well, that's
I don't know what to
That's
say.
not a good long-term strategy, Window Licker. Now, I can tell by your screen name, Window Licker, that you are definitely an intellectual, and just to watch these videos. And in contact for thick. And also rubber for very porous. If it's not very porous, then you want contact cement. And while this is foam, it is a not porous kind of foam. It's a closed cell foam. Happy to help, David. Is there a difference in bonding between non-flammable and flammable contact cement? Yes. Flammable contact cement bonds way better because of toluene, which is super highly explosive flammable. Awesome. Good stuff. Hey, I think we're ready to stick on. Now, if my helmet is on the head form crooked, then I'm going to get a crooked mat. So I don't want it on the head form crooked. I want it on there straight. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit of shades of Cobra Commander in here.
Let's chat after square.
I can't see or breathe. Actually, all I can do is breathe in contact cement fumes. I'd be so high. Okay. A lot of contact cement in here, so don't just throw it on your head right after you glue it up. I'm just saying, that's a bad idea. You could die. You die. But did you die? All right. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I like that. But that's a pretty clean look. Now, I'm going to do some other fun stuff with this. I have these. Here's one. No, I have more than one. Robert, do you think like KGI?
No.
Okay. I have these guys.
I only take the tools.
What are these? These are mason jar lids modified so you can make a vase out of a mason jar lid. But what a great eye cover. Do I have a good tutorial video to make good blood that dries and still looks wet? Yes, I do. It is called Blood on the Cheap, where I tested 22 blood varieties and formulas and gave you the best one. What is the best one? Watch the video.
Oh, in 1995, YouTube, yeah, be a member.
That's right. Well, no, I don't have a member. At this point in my life, I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything of that. Now, I do have a thing where people, they donate right on YouTube. There's a button there, and I forget what it's called. It's called something. But, yeah. I'm always very thankful and very surprised when it pops up like, this person just gave you $15. I'm like, whoa, sweet.
If you'd like to support Rob, I am open for endorsements.
You cannot support Rob.
Thanks.
You can be Rob's athletic supporter.
No.
This guy might only have one eye, which that might look cool, you know. I've got to have another one of these. I haven't got to. I guess I could only have the one. I'm a true mentor in crafting.
I've noticed that there's a lot of masks out there that just have one eye.
I can be a mentor, but what I should not be is a role model. Let's be clear about that.
Hashtag truth.
Yeah. Don't wish that hate on me. Stop it, man. This is why I can never be quality television. You're gonna spend 20 minutes watching me look for something because I can't find it. Cobra! Yeah. I always gave him a whiny voice like they did Skeletor. I don't like that. Lay off the sniffing glue. Hello, horror beauty effects. All right, so Adrian, you're laughing about that, but right over here, as a base for another Apocalypse mask, I have darn near the Jedi Blast Shield helmet. Why would you do this? I can't see anything. I don't even know what this is for. I don't get it. But this is like a real helmet. I'm gonna have to adjust it just so it works. I have no idea. But this is a real helmet. Eh. Okay. And Scott with a link to the blood video. John, California does suck. You're right. Normally I would disagree with you and say, no, it's wonderful. You have traded great weather for crappy access to quality crafting materials. You can't get naphtha in California. It's illegal in the whole state. Harder. But the bond is better but there is still a bond with flammable. You know, there's still a bond with non-flammable. It's just not as strong.
I think that's good. Well, some scraps.
Yeah.
Gave it some texture.
Yeah, that's cool. When we rust it up, I think that'll look great.
Thank you.
All right, so I can't find two of those eyes that match the same, and those are my favorite. So I'm gonna go with my second favorite, which are, it's a similar thing, it's just made cheaper, which are these guys here. See, they're not domed like the other one is domed, but okay. The actor who wears this mask is never gonna say, man, I wish these eyes were domed. And if they do, that just means that they watched this video and had time to get sad. Which is what happens to everybody who watches my videos. Not glued in, so what I'm doing is I'm running hot glue all over. These have a very weak mechanical bond in that they are just put in place and they're pressure fit. I don't trust pressure fit, so I'm putting the glue in there to make it work. I'm gonna grab another glue stick. Can I get a glue stick? That's for the good glue gun, not for that glue gun. These guys. I have a glue stick section in my shop where I have black glue sticks, I have red glue sticks, I have pine resin impregnated glue sticks, and I have glue sticks for multiple sizes of glue gun. Because you need them. Need is a strong word. I want them. I want options. I am picking these up every now and then just so they don't leak out and stick to the table. And I'm going to find out where the eyes go by putting it on again. Maybe I just missed the fumes.
Okay, I have a much better idea what
I did that so I can mark where the eyes are much higher than I anticipated. That's like where my eyeball is. I'm the Gandalf of crafting. Don't let my beard fool you. There was a guy that works for Spirit Halloween store here in Bossier City, Louisiana. You may know him. His father owns a franchise license. His mother has very short blonde hair and glasses. Does she have a name? A girl has no name.
one of the greatest shows ever.
Very good show. All right, so now that I know where the eyes are, I can set my eyes in there. This is going to kind of make it feel a little bit Iron Giant-y, and I'm really okay with that.
So fun.
dropping them down. I don't trust that.
What?
I don't trust where I clawed my own eyes in.
Oh.
I feel like those are high. So I'm going to go a little bit lower than that.
There it is. Yes.
What you doing, Rob?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Shield version.
something like that. Gotta do the respirator too. So I'm putting it together. I really want to do that side respirator.
From one side.
Yeah.
So do it. What's holding you back?
Nothing.
And do it.
Do it.
Don't be scared.
Not scared.
I've always been a little afraid, and I tend to lean towards symmetry. I tried putting one on one side, like that looks great. I'll do it on the other side too. See, it's not lining up on this where it lines up on me. I hope, because if that's correct, I get to put it on. I look like a big owl. It's got big holes where my face goes. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to go live on YouTube. Tuesday and Thursday, roughly 8 o'clock Central is when I will go live. Yeah, that's like dead on. That's where my eyes are. That's great. That did good. Now see, this is on. Get up in there. Get in there. Get in there, beard. You can do it. Okay, this feels really weird. My finger in this little tight space with my beard all around it. I don't like that. Freak me out. Maybe it's the view. It says a finger hole in my beard now. Fix it. Ding. Okay. There we go. 2, right? You have a soldering iron?
No.
No, and
Yeah, you unplugged it so you can plug it into the other things.
okay.
Yeah, and you're your own worst enemy.
Your face is my worst enemy. I mean that with love.
Yes, I know.
Is that material strong enough to support
Whatever.
everything you're going to attach to without ripping?
It's the thicker of the two. You think I should use your phone?
Yeah.
Then I will use this one.
Go thicker.
It's
better to need it and not have it than have it and not need it.
I agree with that. That is a solid philosophy.
What I meant to say, probably not what I actually said. I too cannot wait for haunt season. So David, where are you haunting? Didn't your haunt close down? It's always a weird time to join Mind Trap. It's always a weird time. He made a foam dead body using a real life dwarf. I don't. Wait. I do know who you're talking about. Oddly, that is what cleared it up. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting these on here, and like I said, I want a mechanical bond. So I'm actually heating up the soldering iron. I'm going to poke holes in this, and I'm going to zip tie these in place. Because a zip tie isn't going to come undone like glue could. But I am going to use this sucker.
There we go. That'll work. Yeah, it's a boss.
So David, what haunt are you at now? If you're not at your... I want to cut a very specific piece of foam for this mask. So I want to make sure I have a sharp blade, and I think this one is new. Penhurst. I have no doubt that you're good enough for that. I have no doubt. If you would like to work there, maybe I can call the owner and put in a good word for you. Obviously, you want to and scare people. Okay, so that fits this curve right here pretty good, and but I want to go a little further. Now I can cut it with this. I'd almost always rather cut with scissors because you just get a little more control and less odds of cutting your finger off. Not no odds, but definitely less. I almost like this visor-like effect, but I decided that I don't. I almost liked it, but I don't. Good to know your feelings. What you doing, Rob? You're heat forming your face shield. Cool. Almost ready for foam. I've been doing haunt work a long time. I don't have a lot of feeling in my fingers. So, because of heat guns and that kind of stuff. So, yes, I hold the soldering iron up to my face to make sure it's hot.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I've done worse. Let's be honest.
I just know a smattering of the stories of the worst that we've had.
That does look a bit like a gladiator. A Rotarius? I think it's Rotarius. Is what that looks like because it has the flat brim of the helmet and they had the circular eyes like that. But, no, I'm not going to go for that look. I'm going to actually, once I glue this in, I'm going to trim it so that it's flush. And then it won't look like that. Then it'll look a little more like the Iron Giant. Which isn't a bad thing either. I suppose. No, one will just go through the middle. I have not made the one with the coffee can yet. Maybe tonight. When am I coming to North Carolina again? Yes, I'm coming to North Carolina again. And I will be going... Here's how I know when I'm going to North Carolina. I've been invited to Monster Day in Greeley, Colorado, which I think sounds amazing. But that's the same weekend that I'm doing haunt training in North Carolina at Woods of Terror Haunted House. So I cannot make it to Monster Day, which I do really like Eddie McLaren. So that's why I'm not canceling on him and saying, screw it, I'm going to Monster Day. Because Ed Edmonds is my homie, and I know that's going to be a good time. I also have a lot of friends in Colorado. Michael Edwards is there, and Greg at their haunted house, Terror in the Corn. So it'll be cool to hang out with them, and they're not too far from there. I know they'd be at Monster Day, so. But next year, I'll plan it next year so that I can go to Monster Day. All right, see now that it just looks more professional, looks more enclosed because this piece seals it in. And also, what I've done is I've doubled the surface area that's holding this piece on. Yeah, it's only glue holding this on, but it's glued here, it's glued down here, here, here. All along the top edge now is sealed in. The more glue you can get on it, the more surface area you can glue, the stronger that connection is going to be. Where'd that piece come from?
Respirator.
Don't take apart my respirator.
I didn't. It was already broken.
No. Where'd you get that from? Show me.
It was just one piece
Yes. And where did it come from?
over there.
Was it in a package?
No, it wasn't.
Where was it?
Keep it safe.
Yeah, you can't take apart my actual respirator to make a fake respirator. That gets very expensive.
It was in here. It was not on it.
Right, put it back. This is not a drawer for parts, that is a drawer of tools.
Okay.
I have drawers of parts, and you can use anything out of those drawers of parts. Do not take apart my nice things in order to make things that I'm selling, or else this is a $60 respirator,
Oh.
so you would have made me lose money on a mask. You have the same. Taking apart my respirator, make a fake respirator. Why not just take my whole dang respirator and put it on that mask? He wants me to die. He doesn't care about my safety.
When was the last time you used a respirator?
It's not important, Rob. It's nice that I have the option. It's just nice to have the option sometimes.
Well, it gave me a good outline.
There you go. Don't touch it again. Had I not paid attention and looked over there, he would have completely sent my respirator to Germany. Why is half my respirator missing? Because Rob's a butthole. That's why.
You're killing me.
And he knew too. He knew it. He's like, oh crap, he noticed. I'm like, where'd that cool fake respirator piece come from? You're a real respirator? That means you didn't do any work, did it? Doesn't it, Rob? It is kind of my job to harass Rob.
It is.
I live for it. And luckily, there's no shortage of material. The world is rife with opportunities to harass and harangue Rob.
Yep. You're not the only one that gets on that bandwagon.
Oh no. No, it's a sport.
Yeah.
There's like fantasy leagues for who harasses Rob the best.
All right, that's
It's
it.
awesome.
I know that was.
I'm shocked.
Oh,
You definitely have a drawer for parts and a drawer for tools. If someone takes a tool out of your drawer and uses it for a part, yell at them. Completely allowed. Yeah, these are really bright green right now. They will not stay bright green. They will look like zip ties. And I'm completely okay with that. I'm not going to do one in the middle. I'm just going to do the three on the outside because that's on there really well. Oh, the dead schoolhouse. That's awesome. Got to make stuff. Window liquor, what's your home state? Where are you located? I'm not like asking for your address. So there are always things that you cannot control. So it's important that you do exert control over the things you can control in prop making. I wanted these eye grates to be at that diagonal. I don't want straight, I want them at a diagonal. And I do want them to match up. If one is this way and the other one's this way, that would look really weird and be very off-putting. And sometimes for what we do, off-putting is good. But most of the time, you just want solid design work, so you don't want that. And I wish I had smaller hands. Have a hard time getting my giant mitt in there. Bad. Again. Bad, Rob. Bad. Yeah, I yell at Rob a lot. He deserves it, but I yell at Rob a lot. Take a guess how many people told me not to yell at Rob. You're right. No one said, hey, quit yelling at Rob, you're being mean.
No one.
No one said that.
No one.
Someone said, Dad, again! It's a cruel world out there, Rob.
It is.
Would I come to Bossier City and use your municipal auditorium for a show one day? You mean like put on a haunted house there? I bet it's a great building, but I'm also willing to bet that they would hate it. Does it have sprinklers? The odds are good no. I'm a homebody. I do leave every now and then, and I leave for trainings and such. On my head, it almost goes round because I have a very round head. Need to, there's a seam right here, and again, mechanical bond. I want to put a piece of foam that bridges that gap so that there is more surface area of glue holding it together. That's why I do that. Perfect's a strong word, Rob. Perfect enough. What's better than perfect?
Finished.
Finished. That's right. Something can be half done and perfect. Still half done. You have made the giant stink, Rob.
Well,
Rob's melting through a plastic cap to get a zip tie to hold on.
no, that's not what we do.
Oh. Well, you're melting through a plastic cap for some reason.
I am. See?
Ha, you get a hose going through it.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Do, 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 do. Are my templates free? I'm not organized enough to have templates uploaded on the internet. Everything I do is by the seat of my pants. Let's be honest. I'm not a super great planner, a header. No, I do not have my templates for free on the internet. But
Hope springs eternal.
here is exactly what the pattern looks like. Do it on one side, you flip it over, you do it on the other side. So make like a tribal Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're halfway to a helmet. Like this is your cheek piece. See here? As you fold it around, that goes right down the center of the head. That's how all of these are made, just like that. So look at that. You can even do a screen capture and trace it if you're on a big monitor. So there you go. Well, wait till it gets painted. It's going to be very post-apocalyptic. This is exciting. Look at this.
Oh, it's fun.
Okay. Rise up, gather round, rock this place. Julie Brown, rock on. Pile, baby, ah. I need a respirator now. I think I'll go grab my respirator and take it apart. No.
I thought you would. I thought you were like, no, I'm good.
All these great parts. Look at that. This is like a strainer from frying stuff, but I did bend it so it fits over a face better. Nope, that doesn't fit on that. Doesn't look right. I need another baby head. Should go in my baby head drawer.
You just happen to have baby heads lying around?
Yeah, bro.
Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't you?
If you don't have a baby head drawer, your life must be terrible.
It's okay for the most part.
All right, this is Alan hunting for stuff to turn into a Westphalia. Hey, I have an idea. What's going on? Well, Sam, I am making apocalypse masks. These are a style of mask that I make. Wasteland weekend type masks, type, you know, that kind of stuff.
Like you do.
People might say containment masks. Okay. How's that look, Rob?
Pretty good.
Does that look better?
Yes. I am.
Look at that right there. It's a little lower. Yeah, that's good. That's going to be very nice. But I do need something here. I got just like half circles or something to straighten this up. But this is now dry.
All the smells.
Yeah. You breathe that in, you can smell colors. You're the flavor of green.
What color do you see when you get hit in the head?
Me? Yellow. Yellow is my concussion color.
My concussion color is blue. Say no, you did it right.
Start planning. We are heavy into build right now at Dark Hour. October is mostly planned out. And what's funny is right now it's kind of like a lot of actors are coming to me with ideas like, hey, I've got this idea for hunt season. You're late. Hit me up next year. Hit me up in July of this year for next year. Because, you have to plan ahead to get it done.
I have pictures of what Corey and I were working on.
Well, the hallway?
Yeah.
Can't show them. Can't show them.
It was a lot of fun doing that hallway.
It's a good looking hallway. Alright, so I'm going to work on my reinforcement while I'm working on my respirator. because I am gluing things, the large object in the back looks like a robot or a Gundam chest. That's a tree creature. If you mean this guy right here, that's bark. It looks a little bit like Groot, I admit, but I sculpted that before there was a Groot. We are not doing a steampunk style haunted house. We're doing apocalypse style wasteland weekend type masks that I sell to other haunted houses.
We wouldn't show you what is for our house.
Okay. Okay. Hang on, Rob.
Come on.
Okay. Just on one side?
Yeah.
Can you do another hose for me?
To where?
In and out of,
You want another hose in it?
yeah, like out of the mouthpiece and to
Into
that.
You
Yeah.
want another one?
Yeah. And is that foam front bit only glued on, or is there?
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Adrian. I'm glad you think that the mask is freaking cool. Hurt yourself?
Burning, burning. Quick light, it smells.
Ah! I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, so. That's,
Laughing is how I show sympathy.
Somebody lied to me.
You won't feel anything in your fingers.
Yeah, no.
Still be seeing the realization of that, huh?
Slowly, surely.
That piece that I'm going to attach, I'm just prepping.
That smells.
All right. So this mask is one that I built yesterday. Ta-da! Okay. Thank you. It's not painted yet. It is neither painted nor rusted. I think Tuesday, me and Rob are going to have Rustapalooza.
It should be done. Direction I want to go with that, but okay. Sometimes you just have to deal with it.
What you got going on, Rob?
No, stuff. Nothing.
Okay.
None bad to be dealt with. Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. Okay.
I'm going to connect all these loops so I can get this lined up, and then I can tighten them all down.
As good as it ties in.
If I tighten one side up like crazy, then I might have a hard time getting the other side lined up where I want it to be. I do want that to be centered.
That's what you wanted? 2 of those?
It's better? Yeah. Can you do something more artful with that hose?
What do you mean?
That hose.
This one? This
that. Make it look a little more planned as to where it's going. Give it a fun curl or something. There we go. See, now I can tighten down because all of mine are on loose, and that's cool. I'm making sure that the ends of these zip ties stick out. A, they're a design feature, but B, they're not going to aggravate the actor.
you prefer that? Not like you do.
That might not be bad. And actually replace that though, as soon as you burn through it.
No, it was one thing I pulled out, was the last time. What I can't do is cut it.
Today, for some reason, yes. All right, so there that is.
Sounds like I saw that in the theater, they're like, how old are you?
Well, Jimmy's been out 20 years.
I know, I'm reminded of it all the time with a lot of the kids we work with. We work with a lot of kids.
Pretty happy with that.
Close to that.
It is. What's that? Always stuff.
I know, but I'll be back something. No, I won't be back Tuesday.
Oh, you got that gig.
Yeah.
Well, then you could switch to Monday, or you could, I don't know what time you pick to get rid of your kids, but you could come after that if you want to Sunday.
See
Odds are really good I'll be here working.
what's going on. I haven't seen my kids in a minute. They were at camp.
I might try and see Ant-Man and the Wasp this weekend too. I do like watching movies, I just don't watch a ton of them. I have a rule: produce more than you consume. Right now I'm producing something, I'm making a thing, and that has a positive, produce more than you consume. What do you gain by watching TV for 8 hours? So I try not to do too much of that. There we go. Bell.
Alright, that's what's going on.
So that's all on now. The detail on this is riding low. I mean, this is like super detailed. There's not a lot of detail up here. I would prefer it if there were just not a lot of detail anywhere, but I'm gonna have to add a bunch on this.
Is that what you last
We don't have any tubes, so I'm all out of tubes. I'm so lost without them. I want to tinkle real quick, Rob. Would you talk to the camera
Yes.
like they was people?
Hello, people. So, there's rules, but I can tell you there's some very cool stuff coming. I'm very excited about this year. Halloween should be awesome. We got a lot of things now. A couple days ago, he did give away some information about nightmare witch and things of that nature. But unfortunately, I can't go on retail. There is some very, very cool stuff coming down the pipe, though. Very, very excited. I can tell you this. So, what we just did today was 3 sections. Boom, boom. 3 separate sections. Old school, you have the graveyard, the manor. We just tore out a very large section of the 3rd area. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
No.
Yell at you?
Not yet. But
Nope, not yet.
You wouldn't do that on camera. Actually, you would.
The storm is really... Okay, so my price is determined by a couple of things. One way of doing it is materials times 5, because that takes into consideration some other things that aren't normally taken into consideration. So materials times 5 is a fine way to do it. What I normally do is I use what is called a day rate. 1 Allen hops for a day. Almost no matter what I'm doing, it's going to cost you a certain amount. So that's my day rate. And then my pump on these masks, on Apocalypse masks, I can make 5 or 6 in a day. So it's not just my day rate for one mask. As I get better at this, 1/6 of my day rate. And then I have to consider demand. My werewolves cost $300 for a moving jaw werewolf. Big ears, fully furred. It's not a bad price. Honestly, according to my... But I charge $300 because I don't want to spend all of my life making werewolves and have to make a bunch. And also, there's not a lot of demand if you price yourself so low. That's going to be nice.
I think this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, see, that's going to, just that strap is going to help tie the faceplate in and that kind of stuff. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
These are zip tied in too.
good.
So is this.
Can you beat this up a little bit somehow?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to put a cover over it. One minute. But so far I'm pretty happy with what's happening. Also, cover these holes with rivets.
Not doing anything, that is called paralysis by analysis. Meaning you're thinking of every possible option and not getting anything done. One of the tricks to beating that
Just doing it.
is, right now I'm doing something mindless. I have a bunch of straps that I cut out, and I am gluing them. While I'm gluing them, I'm arranging them in my head on this piece and where they're going to go. And I'm doing all of them long, so that I'm going to cut them as I put them up. That way I can worry about the angles later and that kind of thing. I will, in theory, have more waste because I did it that way. But I'll also be able to get more done because I'm not overanalyzing the crud out of it, which is wont to happen on projects such as these. The easiest way to cut through that floor foam, the same foam that has the teeth edges, just soften up the heat with scissors, cut it with a razor knife. We only are using a heat gun when we want to shape it. We want to form it. because the heat gun allows it, you heat it up, it gets more soft and flexible, and then you can hold it into a shape, and then voila, you're done. Once it cools down, it stays in that shape. Good night, Halloween nerd. Thank you, Scott, for telling me it's 10. We're going to run a little bit late tonight. Chris, I would not use that for chainmail because the pattern is too small. Use something bigger for chainmail. They make a shelf lining foam, which is bigger squares, and that's going to look more like chainmail than the bath scrubby that you undo. Maybe I have some of that around here. I swear I had a roll of shelf liner foam.
You do?
Where do you think it lives?
Last I saw it was on the floor.
Black roll?
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah, I knew it was around.
All right. So, Chris, you ask, you shall receive, my friend. This stuff. Walmart, Home Depot, wherever. See how much bigger that is? That's going to look good. Get the dust off of this piece. I'll spray this piece. I'm using this as a stencil. So opening this up. That song, it's stuck in your head.
It is. Look what you did.
This stuff is pretty great. I love it. And I got this because I use this on my masks. It's like a chainmail coif. Just make it right out of this. Now, you could honestly use this as your chainmail, you know. No reason why you can't get that on there and dry brush it silver. It looks fine. Or this looks slightly more carbon fibery, but I think it'll get the look you want. Look at that. It's a good look. See that, Rob?
Nice.
Yeah. That's this stuff as a stencil. That shelf liner there I got from Walmart. But this stuff painted silver, honestly, looks pretty good too. There you go. You paint cabinets for a living. There you go. Yeah, this is good stuff for that. It'll give you a good pattern when you spray through it. Super easy. Oh yeah. All right, so this one I planned out ahead of time. And I think I need to match it. Yeah. And I wanted to have one done, obviously, so I can make the other line up. You know what? I actually like how this one goes in more than the other. Cut that. That adds some interest to the top here, which is nice. Can you see?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have great peripheral. I can see to.
Okay. Work on your straightness a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing about mechanical things is you want those straight lines as much as possible. Now you can go.
I'm not sure that's important.
You can go off of that pattern.
Yeah. They need to be a little bit bigger.
Oh, your screens?
No, it's.
Honestly, Rob, here, I found another one of these when I was looking for something else.
What do we got?
Try those on there, man.
Time.
Those are gold.
Those look like I need this. That'll work.
Look good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks very, almost diver.
Looks better.
Okay, and I have more straps to put on. Back of the head. These are already painted, but the helmet is not.
Did you see Brainchild's new mask in costume?
Which one?
The deep sea diver.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I'm like, my question is, where did you guys get the helmet? Did you make it? Wouldn't have passed them.
I don't know. Diver helmets are pretty, they're fun to make. You make them the same way. Think of the plastic cauldrons that you get at Halloween.
Gotcha.
Start with that and then kit bash it the same way we're doing these guys.
That makes sense. Boy.
Probably do. I think I actually bought one of these. Okay, so somewhere in here was a spike strip.
Yeah.
Latex spike strip.
Should have been on this side right here.
It's great. Ah. Remember I had it, I'm like, yeah, I'll use that other stuff.
Ah! Beautiful. That's all I need.
I got a drink in my hand, I got my toes in my sand. All I need is a beautiful girl. Ah, yeah. Once on a seaside, honey, with a little bit of money, she turned your head around. She was from the sea with the looks to me like she liked to fool around. Here I am, ain't no man of the world, oh. Chris blames you. He is now humming the Halloween song.
Chris, good.
Well, obviously, it is Chris the Carolina Haunter. Attention, Rob.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw Beetlejuice in the theater too.
It will be a spike mohawk. You're absolutely right. Yes, I know of Relic the Clown. They have actually done broadcasts from Dark Hour before. Gotta do it outside so they can fit. How'd that go, Rob?
What? No, that would work.
Bing.
Poke you in the eye.
All right, so the way you make patterns, Adrian and Liz, the way that you make patterns is you actually take a head, it could be a person's head or whatever, wrap it in saran wrap, poke a hole so they can breathe, covered in masking tape. All right, the whole thing, top to bottom, masking tape. Poke a little hole so they can breathe. Draw a line down the center and draw where you think you're going to need to cut pieces because the turns are too weird, okay? And mine is just one line down the center, and then you cut that tape off and you try and lay it flat. When you can lay it flat, you have your pattern. You cut a little line or a dart in it everywhere that you need to. In order to get it to lay flat. Rob, I have one spike left. You want it?
Thank you.
Say no thanks, I had spikes for lunch.
Yeah, it's like so much. Actually, I had a very delicious Chinese buffet.
Come on, it was delicious? Because it was free.
Yeah, that's right.
Free food always tastes more delicious.
Free food is my favorite. As well, it should be. You know, like free. Oh.
Sorry, Rob, no one saw that.
What?
It's not like it wasn't on film or anything.
It would fall. This time.
I have a giant beer gut. I don't have but I don't drink beer, so it's a donut gut. It's an ice cream gut.
It's a hamburger milkshake.
It's a cheeseburger gut.
Let's call it what it is.
Okay, that cutting off that corner I actually think just really helped the look of it. Put this on. What do you think, Rob?
It's getting somewhere. I like it. I like all these masks. I think these are really cool run masks. Might be a little biased.
It needs here. This needs something. And I think it's going to get more straps. You know why? I already have straps that I glued up sitting right there. That's one.
All about the straps.
All about the straps, the straps, the straps. It's all about the straps. I don't mind if I coat this whole thing in contact with it. I also want to texture it too, so this will put some texture on it as well.
So much wood.
From the thing?
Yeah. Like ridiculous amounts. We pulled out a whole other corner of that thing. I think it's double panel and triple panel. Dark plywood, though.
So if we had done that project first, I was going to save some money on plywood on the back hallway.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we used that triple.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Your eyes are pretty off center. Go look in the mirror.
No, that's because of this.
Now, off center can work as a nail it. You know what I mean? Symmetry correct, you can get away with more.
It's because of this.
Okay.
You need to lower it.
Melt it out of the way. I could roll the straps to make tubes. Oh, Adrian, I don't know for sure. Okay. See. Go look in the mirror.
I like it.
I felt it needed that ridge down the center, and that would help the look of it.
See, I'm going to poke a lot of holes in the base of that. Breathe.
Poke holes in it?
In the bottom. Yeah.
Why's that?
So it functions as a respirator.
Why not just glue one of those little round things that you had on the end of it? In.
Yeah,
It gives you some depth.
I like that. It works. Good stuff.
Okay?
Well, it's late, and I still gotta work.
Why is that okay? Okay.
Got the day off.
So, I will be 42.
I'm a little more than
The body of a 55-year-old.
Yeah. Justin thought I was younger.
With a shorter beard, you don't look that old.
Yes.
You are that old.
I am that old. I am totally that old. I
How
was there-
old? Just that old.
I was there when Disco died. When they had the big burning at Wrigley's Field, turned on records in the field and burned.
I don't.
I'm enjoying this one more. Just saying, I can enjoy this work.
You can.
Some people enjoy things.
Rob should have no enjoyment.
Yes.
Your enjoyment happened in high school. You have 3 kids.
I didn't have it in high school.
You're not allowed. I just don't like that, so I'm gonna cover this over to get enough. Oh, a little piece. What are you guys doing down there? Get up, lazy. Hi, guys. Oh, things are happening. Hi. 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 Okay. There we go. Well, cardstock paper, in my mind, might, I can't use that in my builds because sweat would make it tear up. It would fall apart. So I can't use any card. It's just not durable long term. When people work in haunted houses, they end up really sweating a lot. It's gross.
So a lot of us build our own costumes.
Yeah, gross. I mean, yeah, good for you. So I'm using, I have 2mm foam, and this is like 1mm foam. So this is going to go around here and line there. If I can keep it from looking like a duck, I'm in business. If I keep it from looking like a duck, I'm in trouble.
Some obscure reference to the space duck comment.
Duck happens when you screw up a muzzle. It looks like a duck. Or you put on lips that are too big. It looks like a duck. Duck is the common, hey, I screwed this up, as far as face shapes. Tell it's almost time for us to be done because I'm almost a beverage. I'm out of it. So I'm going to try this guy on, which I built earlier today.
Flash. This is.
Kind of sticking out of the bottom. I think this guy's going to look good all rusted up. Good night, Horror Beauty FX. Thanks, Shelly. Set this guy over here. 1 mask, 2, 3, 4. You're on number 5. Where's Space Duck? 3 that I did. 4. Here's my 5. 6. There it is.
Space duck.
Ducks in space! That was pigs, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Muppet Show indeed. It's time to play music. It's time to.
So I'm good at one thing tonight. It's getting songs stuck in your head.
Fair enough.
Just call it.
Yeah.
On what?
The screen. Getting it in there. I like the skull mask. I do.
Okay, so this is gasketed now and sealed. Don't think it's too duck-like.
Actually, you have a gun going?
I have unplugged it because we were not using it.
I will use. I can fix this one.
Sure. All right, so this guy is set. What do you think of him with all the straps and stuff now?
I like the straps. You having a hard time getting them on your huge belly?
What are you trying to say, Rob?
Nothing. You want me to try?
See
Yeah,
how-
look, it went right on.
Let's see how it fits on a Lilliputian. Fits like that, eh?
I do have huge ears.
Because I like the look on it, but it does lengthen the head.
Yeah, it does add some weight.
It would look more menacing if it were higher up.
I don't know, I'm a tall person. I'm short. You'd lose all that detail. But I don't think it's right.
Looks pretty good. Let's get on here. I'm going to throw a base coat on with spray paint, and then be done for the night. Would you go around unplugging things,
Yes.
putting lid on the
Yes.
on that?
Yes.
So let's just black this out first. And I actually want to use Flex Seal. Michelle, thank you so much. It's so nice. Hail August Oich. Oh boy.
Let me see.
Safe home and good night from Derry. That may be Gaelic.
That is Gaelic. Yes, that is Gaelic. Gaelic is
Tough, man.
It's a hard language. Gaelic. Did you know Gaelic? There's 3 different types of Gaelic.
No.
There's when most people say Gaelic, they're thinking of Scottish Gaelic. Then there's a form of Gaelic that's Irish, but it's got different names. And then there's a third. I'm not an expert on it. You could ask Ian Aldering. He's the expert on it. In this particular instance.
Rob looks familiar. You've seen him somewhere. You go to the post office a lot. He's on some posters there. He's on the internet a lot with his haunted house he works with. He used to work with Dan's haunted house.
Hopefully she's not referring to some movies I did in the early 90s.
So what this is doing, this is giving me a texture because this is a very thick spray paint. This is that Flex Seal stuff. And it's giving me a nice texture, which I want on this. Because I'm going to make this really rusty. Hello, wife. How are you? We're pushing a little bit tonight.
What's over there?
He's in the restroom. We are live, so you know.
Go going.
Yeah, I just said to them, this is the last thing I'm doing. Is I'm getting this one sprayed. Hey, I'll show you a mask I made, wife.
Okay.
And get your opinion.
Oh, that's the stuff that you got today. Wow. It's late.
Huh?
It's later than you usually get.
I know.
He's turning into a pumpkin.
You what?
He won't let me leave.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, wow. That's fun.
It's better than my space.
Space what? Oh,
That's what he
I
calls
said
it.
his mask looks.
the stuff that you got today?
He fixed it.
It's not like that.
No, robot version of Howard the Duck. It would look like this.
It looks fine, Rob.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it looks very good, Rob.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Chloe?
Is this awesome or super awesome? Those are your two choices.
Is it a duck?
Those are your two choices.
Wait till it's rusty. Oh.
And this is repeatable. This came today.
Is that all
Yes.
stuff that came today?
Mostly the
Oh,
foam weave.
timing, huh?
Okay,
Really good.
so gang, now it's time to say goodbye to friends and family and you guys. It's my birthday. New tail lights. It's the birthday.
What are you getting for your birthday?
I have no idea what I'm going to get for my birthday. I don't know. Sometimes we don't get presents
He gets
because
to
life
sleep
is
in.
so awesome.
He gets to sleep in.
All right, so guys, you are awesome, and I want you guys to have a great night. I am going to turn into a pumpkin. Rob has his rain poncho,
Yes.
so I will talk at you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a
Oh, wow.
great weekend, and bye. Go make stuff.
I know.